Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga, the Govindakund projects 26.2. At level, the concrete is mixed and then transported up to the roof by means of a human elevator. This is a great exercise in teamwork. On the bright side, today is not a typical rainy day of the current monsoon season. However, the bright side too means the sun is strong and searing. The concrete is systematically poured on top of the lattice work of reinforcement bars and into the form of the roof beams. It is worked into place by trowel and also by a special vibrating machine. Sripad Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Maharaj oversees the project with the simple protection of just a local sun hat. Normally only the buffaloes voluntarily take a dip in the water to cool off, but today even the cows take refuge in the water. From the roof of the Seva Ashram we also get a good view of Sri Govindakund and the Sriman Mahaprabhu Chandan Yatra Mandir. One of the cooler jobs today is plastering the remainder of the underside of the mandir before the water rises up to this level. Behind us and to the right of the Seva Ashram is the beginning of a Shiva Mandir. The form for the floor of the mandir is being prepared, and the concrete is due to be poured within a day or two. At lunchtime, the team of workers take shifts to honor well-earned prasadam, for their day is not yet halfway through. And while the roof work continues, then work also goes on inside of the Seva Ashram building. Here the carpenters prepare doors for the second floor rooms. Iron grills are also being prepared for the second floor windows. Already on the first floor, the grills are in place. And painters too are busy preparing paint for the second floor rooms. And they seem proud to be using Burla White. Nearby in the mat's lower prasadam hall, marble is being cut for the second floor too of the Seva Ashram. Marble is stored here as well as cement, and also the sewage pipes for the Seva Ashram are kept here. Much of the sewage system is already in place, on all 3 floors. And this is how reinforcement bars are cut here. A hot job at any time. It usually takes 1 or 2 hits with a sledgehammer to break a rod. But with the camera rolling, it may take 3 or 4 or more hits and still not be successful. Back across the road, the Seva ashram continues to be a hive of activity. The 2 concrete mixers have to be kept well fed, all by hand. It has a healthy appetite for cement, water, stone chips and sand. When it's all mixed together in the right proportions, this is the product. Dishes upon dishes of concrete, which are then carried up to the roof continuously throughout the whole day, into the evening, and on into the night until past midnight, until the whole area was completed. Looking here from the top of the centenary memorial building of Srila Bhakti-Rakkhak Sridhardev Goswami Maharaj, we can see the grand Seva ashram, overlooking an equally grand Sri Govinda Kund, with the manifesting Sriman Mahaprabhu Chandan Yatra Mandir in the middle of the Kund. And a little further over to our right is the world-famous Sri Chaitanya Saraswat mat, from where the glories of Sri Sri Guru Gauranga Gandharva Govinda Sundarju emanate to the whole world by the grace of the founder President Acharya Srila Bhakti-Rakkhak Sridhardev Goswami Maharaj and his full successor Sevite President Acharya Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj. Sri Govinda Kunda projects as a slideshow, 1st of July 2002. We start outside, where the domed tops of the southwestern section of the wall above the steps are almost completed. Then, turning around and looking into the Kund, we see shuttering for pillars being taken upon the Sriman Mahaprabhu Chandan Yatra Mandir. Arriving at the base of the Seva Ashram, a worker soaks bricks in preparation for being used in construction on the current roof of the building. Above us, work starts on the 5th section of decorations along the upper facade. On entering the Seva Ashram, we see the newly erected fence being painted with red antioxidant. At the far end of the corridor, the public bathroom has been decorated with colorful tiles. Upstairs on the 2nd floor, plastering continues along the narrow outer section of the ceiling. Up on the roof, the walls rise steadily. Here, one section of bathrooms takes shape. And here we see an overview of the roof. Suddenly it rains, and it keeps raining, and now instead of needing to wet the bricks, tarpaulins are tied in place to protect the new work. Meanwhile, in the center of the Kund, the shuttering already has found its place to add height to one of the 4 principal inner pillars of the grand Sriman Mahaprabhu Chandan Yatra Mandir, manifesting in the center of Sri Govinda Kund, all by the glance of Sri Guru. Cow Seva at Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, Navadvip, June 2002. Cows are very much part of the pastimes of the Lord. On the front of the temple of Sri Guru Gauranga Gandharva Govinda Sangarju is the auspicious combination of calves suckling their mothers. In our Goshala, this takes place twice daily. We currently have 16 calves, 31 cows, and 3 bulls. Straw is collected from the temple's rice fields and is stored in these large haystacks. The cows are looked after with affection. A favorite of the cows is a mash made with mustard cake. Mixed with straw, this is a great delicacy. Living in the temple, the cows bathe daily, and the cowsheds are kept clean by the service of the devotees. On the top of our new Goshala, an extra floor has been added to give refuge during flooding. Nearby, the cows roam in a paddock. They chew the cud, and they graze on fresh grass. Thus the young soon grow up to be big and healthy. The banks of Sri Govinda Kund provide additional space for the cows to graze in a peaceful, protected environment, under the shelter, along with all the residents of the mat, of Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Star end, a design is already begun. Marble has been laid along most of the 1st floor veranda, and on the 2nd floor, plastering of the main part of the seated. There is no ceiling yet on the 3rd floor. Work is quickly progressing, and the door and window frames are installed. From this top floor of the Seva Ashram, we get a bird's eye view of the Kund and the new temple.